Happy Friday. I hope that you are enjoying yourself today. I just felt so inspired, as I usually do before I make my videos. My videos are very inspired, spirits coming through very, very clearly to come and deliver a message to you guys. And whoever is here watching this video, this is something that you need to hear. It's very, very important. And it's also something that I'm repeating to myself as well. I find that similarly, those that are following me, watching my videos, we have very similar messages from Spirit that are coming through for us to acknowledge and really put into practice. And so what I wanted to share with you guys today is ego motivation versus soul inspiration. Making it happen versus letting it happen. So over the past couple months, honestly for the past year, this is something that has been coming to me from Spirit to incorporate into my life. And from someone that is very much an action-oriented person, it's been very hard for me to distinguish how do you know that when you're letting something happen or you're making something happen? How do we know the difference? Like, what does that really feel like? And so I've really been aware of this for the past couple months. And so what I wanted to share with you guys is when you are forcing, you're going to feel it. When you feel anxious, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like if you're using any of the words like I should be doing this, I got to do this, I need to do this, I should be doing this. The energy behind that is very, very different from living an inspired life and taking inspired action. Making it happen is very, very different than letting it happen and letting the universe work through you. And for all of you that are watching this as spiritual beings, we're all spiritual beings, whether we acknowledge it or not, but those of you that are watching this video, you are acknowledging that you are a spiritual being. And so when we surrender to this and we wake up to this, when you wake up, there is no falling back asleep, right? So when we wake up to we are spiritual beings and we wake up to, oh my gosh, I do have a soul purpose here, I have a higher purpose, and even if you're not exactly sure what that is yet for you, that is okay. It's why I'm here, it's why we're here, that's okay. Here to support you on that journey. So it's very, very important for us to also wake up to this realization that as we're on our awakening journey, it's more about letting the universe work through you. And the universe really communicates to us through our feeling and how we feel. And this is fifth dimensional consciousness. It's not about the mind and what sounds better or what logically makes more sense. We're listening to our feeling. And it's a balance, because we're not going to just totally disregard the mind. The analytical and logical part of the mind, there's uses for that, right? But to allow the universe to flow through you, this is how we get into that flow of it being effortless. Now, where there is effort, and this is the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, is that sometimes it takes effort to get into that space of inspiration. So for me today, to get into the space of inspiration to come on and make a video, and not like, oh, gotta make a video today, I watched some videos that I felt guided to. I went outside and just felt the sun on my face. I snuggled with my cat. And then all of a sudden all this energy started coming up, and I was just, thinking about where I wanted to take things and what kind of videos I wanted to create and just where I'm taking my business, all of these things. And I was listening to a masterclass that was really getting me inspired, and then I got this clear message. This clear message from my guides, from my higher self. Stop trying to make things happen, Vanessa. It's not going to work. I'm going to struggle, struggle, and then there's some attachment to that too, as if we gotta struggle in order to really get anywhere in life. There's a lot of attachments to our pain. And although pain serves a very significant purpose in our lives, for just putting ourselves into struggle because of our programming or because of what we think we should be doing is not going to serve your highest good. It's not. So getting into that space, that flow, perhaps it is going out for a walk. We also change our brain waves when we go out for a walk. After several minutes of taking a walk in nature, already you're gonna feel that difference. Perhaps listening to a video, you just set intention, Spirit, guide me to the perfect video that I need to listen to right now to get me into that flow of inspiration. Boom, go on YouTube, first video that just comes up in your feed or whatever, boom, listen to it and listen for the message and allow yourself to receive that inspiration. Because it's not about the making it happen, it's not about the doing. When we are in this vibration, when we are working within the fifth dimensional consciousness, this is not how it works. You're going to struggle. And I'm speaking from experience. I've done this to myself so many times, and that's why I wanted to come on and make this video for you guys. If you have a dream, if you have desires, you want to create more income for yourself, you want to attract a loving partner in your life, you want to start a business, you want to find your soul's gifts, you have these dreams and desires. Just allow yourself to effortlessly move into it. Allow the universe to work through you. This is why it's very important to work with intention and setting intention in the beginning of your day for the universe to flow through you, to guide you, to live an inspired life, or however that flows in your languaging of that you would like to express. But setting intention, we are going to this is how we create with the universe. This is how we co-create with the universe when we set intention. And you're prepping yourself, you're prepping your mind, and you're prepping your energy to receive. So listening to your energy and the effort really is getting into that flow of inspiration. There's a major difference between ego motivation and soul inspiration. And you can literally feel the difference. They are two completely different vibrations to be in. And I've experienced both of these two vibrations. When I came back from my trip, typically when I go on vacation, I don't know if you guys experience this, but when I go on a vacation or a road trip or something, I'm very inspired. I'm happy, I'm joyful, everything's great, right? And then I come home and it's one day for me, one day of that integration, going back into my old habits of doingness to like, oh, I gotta, do this and gotta do this and this and this, and like it causes me anxiety and feeling overwhelmed because I just went from this high vibration back into this is how I do things, the programming, and they're two completely different vibrations. Completely different. And you can feel the difference when you're forcing yourself out of programming. And the more aware that you become through meditation, intention, gratitude, forgiveness practices, we become very sensitive to the shifts of vibration. And although that might seem like a curse, it's not. It's actually a gift. Because the more aware you are of your vibration, the more you will be able to be in tune with what really feels good and works for you, and your soul's like, hell yeah, or when your soul's like, no, like this, this is, you're getting further away from the truth, further away from your soul singing to you. You can feel that difference. So I wanted to share this with you guys and let me know how you feel about this. If you feel like, just put it in the comments, you know, if you're watching live or catching the replay, if you experience this, if you feel this forcefulness when you are taking action or just throughout your day, if you feel this forcefulness, and what do you do about it? Do you just, you know, deal with it, or is there a practice that you do that helps? Let's hear it from you guys of what really what helps you, or if you are stuck, if you do feel like, you know, you're not really inspired and you feel like you are just, you know, taking action out of just feeling forced, like this is what I should be doing, right? We have to move out of that, and that takes effort to move out of our programming. It does take effort to move out of that programming. But then you get into this flow that feels a bit more effortless. It feels more inspired. You're just taking inspired action, and then your results are going to bring you even more fruitfulness into your life because of the vibration that they are. The intention in which we are coming from with every action and every decision we make creates our reality. So if you want to live a life of high vibration, of love and joy and inspiration, if that feels good and calls to you, then we have to look at how we're making decisions and how we're taking action, because this creates a lot of momentum. Thoughts create momentum, feelings create momentum, but then the combination of both and taking action creates massive momentum. So we have to look at this. Yes, allow ourselves to slow down, then it can flow. Seriously, I'm speaking to you from, like, it's something that I'm incorporating more and more into my life, taking one step at a time, because going from this high-paced society that we have in America, it's so easy. We have learned to work so good under stress, and our nervous system gets addicted to feeling stressed the F out. So then we keep creating it. We keep creating it. For me, sometimes it shows up like I booked two clients too close together when I needed a little bit of a break, or it was too early and I like having the morning to myself, and then I feel rushed. But then I've just learned to work well under pressure, and that's the story that I tell myself, right? Oh, I'm a diamond. I work well under pressure because diamonds are created under pressure, right? But what that does to your mind and what that does to your body, like some of the feelings that I've had at 22 years old, I couldn't imagine going 20 years continuing some of these behaviors and habits that I do, especially professionally, business-wise. You know, just like rushing around. We've learned so well how to work under pressure and how to work within stress. And for so many people, this is creating a lot of issues. Now, I'm not no doctor, but I've listened and read enough of it to know and to experience it myself and to see it within my family that when we are so stressed, our system is so stressed out, then our behaviors, how we treat people, how we treat our bodies, all get diminished. We start to become toxic to ourselves and the people around us. And the conscious path, this is what it's really about. It's about becoming conscious of this toxicity that we're doing to ourselves. And then consciously choosing a different way. And this is why support and having support is so important for us. Having support, who are you surrounding yourselves with? If you guys are looking for a soul tribe community, a more intimate community for you to flourish, then definitely drop me an emoji in the chat. I want to know. So I love you guys so much. I'm making this out of love and support for you and for myself, because I also need to hear this message over and over and over again of how important it is. It feels so good to allow things to flow and to then take inspired action. When I'm like, wow, I feel so excited to make a video right now, I'm going to go do that. Or, oh, I feel so excited to go for a walk right now, I'm going to go do that. Or, now I feel really good to go to the store, I'm going to go do that. Focusing and making yourself a priority to feel good and developing that practice, so important. So, so important. We have Karina over here. I worked for a restaurant for 12 years and literally lived on stress. Finally, at 31 years old, have allowed myself to be way more free, relaxed, and way less stressed. Beautiful. And I always feel as if I needed to be there and needed to do, oh, so many things. That caused my own stress by forcing myself. And that's the thing, too. Thank you, Karina, for expressing this, because we're doing it to ourselves. We can blame the system, we can blame the government, it's the military's fault, it's God's fault, it's somebody else's fault, right? But the reality is, you have control over yourself. You have control over yourself. It is your choices. It is your responsibility. So recognizing this, and like Karina mentioned that, she put herself in that place. It wasn't anyone else that made her go work at the restaurant. She chose to be in that environment, even though she felt the stress on her system. And then finally, you know what? No, that isn't for me. I'm not going to do that to myself. And now she's living a life that is she isn't living in that stressful place. She feels way more free and relaxed. This is all choices that we have to make. Where in our lives are we throwing ourselves into stressful situations and putting ourselves under pressure? And let's acknowledge that. And is that what is really serving your highest good? It's a very quick answer. It's a very self-explanatory answer. Is it serving you or is it not serving you? You will know if it's serving you or not serving you the moment that you need to know it. So I love you guys so much, and please just let me know how this resonates with you. If you have been someone that has been putting themselves into stressful situations, you're done with it, you're ready for inspiration, for living an inspired life. Because for me, I love the life that I've created for myself, and that I have a wonderful business serving clients and healing and transforming their lives and becoming healers themselves to share their gifts with the world. It's wonderful. But still, these habits of pressuring myself to do things, I still find myself in that place. And so it takes that awareness and acknowledgement and making a different decision. And so if you're not where you want to be in your life, we have to look at the habits and the behaviors that you have and the thoughts that you have. How are you feeling on a day-to-day basis? This is the very basis of transformation. There's many other layers to it, of course, as some of you might know, but just that's how you can become more self-aware. Jimmy, I observe and let it move through me. We have to care about how we feel, moving from the paradigm of fear and survival into the new energies of abundance and flow. Abso-freaking-lutely. Who here, give me some love if you are ready for the new energies, the true energies or true essence of abundance and flow, prosperity and joy, freedom. Who wants more of this in their life? Okay. Sarah, I learned the very hard and wrong way. I wish more people would understand. And so, Sarah, this is why those of you that have this awareness and have this voice, how important it is for you to step into your power and and share your voice with the world. This is why it's so important. wishing more people would understand. Really what I'm hearing you say is that you have this knowledge within you from your journey of doing something the total wrong way, that you have something to share. You have another way that you have found, that you're finding, that you can share to help those people. And so just realize that. That's the inspiring thing about our pain to purpose journeys that you just described. That's the most amazing thing about it, is that we go through all these trials and tribulations, all these pains and all of these things to serve the world in some way. Through that we find our purpose. And that's the secret. Lots of golden nuggets on this video today. I guess they're just coming out. So you guys, I'm a very personal person, relationship person. I would love to build relationships with you. So if you resonated with this video and you feel so called in your heart to reach out to me and have a conversation, let's connect. I'm all about building relationships and I love offering the world what is within me to help people. And it seems that I'm attracting those same people, that they feel this within them. They have something to offer the world, to share with the world. And they want to share that as well. So the more that we can connect with people that inspire us, right, and surround ourselves with those people, your life begins to change very, very quickly. So I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful Friday. Reach out to me if you need absolutely anything. I'd love to talk with all of you. Namaste.